Hey there, friends and enemies, Choppy here again, and today we got a ton of previews for cards dropping in the Marvel Superhero Magic the Gathering set, and even though this set doesn't arrive until next summer, so this feels very premature, I'm unsurprised that Wizards is going to be promoting this so early. Next year is a big one for Marvel, not only the MCU, but also other Marvel properties, and they do probably want to maximize the value of Spider-Man, which is still sitting on shelves and should have some synergies with the cards in this set. Anyway, let's go over them real quick and see which ones we're really looking forward to. First off, we have a Lord of Atlantis with Namor. I think this is a pretty sick card. Massacre Girl with Elektra Deadly Assassin. Heroic Intervention coming back. Horn of Greed here with you've got Namor and Doctor Doom, which again, I like this, although I understand why people might not be a fan. We got these real throwback comic book art pieces here, which again, aren't going to be for everyone, but I do understand why they've gone with this. These more modern art pieces, like Ephemerate, I think are really, really sick. We dig through time, Harbinger of the Seas. So we've got a couple Namors here. We've got Widow making Infiltrator, which is going to be the Black Widow, and it's the Dothy Voidwalker. Extinction Event, which is the Thanos Snap. So some pretty decent cards here too. Force of Vigor, Chaos Warp, another Heroic Intervention. World War Hulk. This is the first like really new interesting one here, and this one is going to be a saga. Costs 3 colorless and 2 green. The next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. Number 2, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. And then number 3, choose target creature you control until end of turn. Double its power and toughness, and it gains trample. So, pretty interesting card. We also have the Coming of Galactus, which is 2 colorless, 2 black, and a green mana. Step 1, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Step 2 and 3, each opponent loses 2 life. And step 4, create Galactus, legendary 16/16 Black Elder alien creature token with flying, trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land. That is kind of insane. I doubt anybody is going to let that get to the maximum stage without trying to get rid of it, but that could be pretty wild. Imagine summoning Galactus. That could be pretty cool. We've got Doctor Doom here. This is going to be probably the more expensive art that's going to be available in the collector boosters. I don't like this because it's hard to read a little bit. So it's 4 colorless and 2 black for a legendary creature, human scientist villain. I mentioned in a previous video that I am looking forward to villains returning for this because I do feel like it is going to lead to some interesting build potential with Spider-Man. When Doctor Doom enters, create 2 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens named Doombot. As long as you control an artifact creature or plan, Doctor Doom has indestructible. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So could be pretty interesting. I think some interesting combos there. Again, it's a 3/3 for 6 mana, which is kind of insane. But yeah, we got Bruce Banner for 1 blue here. Tap X twice and tap it to draw X cards. Activate only as a sorcery. For 2 colorless, 2 red, 2 green. Transform Bruce Banner. Activate only as a sorcery. Then we've got the Incredible Hulk. So this is going to be an 8/8 with trample and reach. You can cast this for just its regular mana cost, like we saw with Spider-Man. If the Incredible Hulk is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him. If he's attacking, untap him, and there is an additional combat phase after this phase. So that's very powerful. Again, very expensive, but I doubt we're going to let him linger on the battlefield for too long. We have Namor the Submariner, Captain America, which a super soldier. We've got Atuma, Atlantean warlord. So lots of interesting cards. So I'm going to go through and see if there's some of these others that we'll be able to read a little bit better here, hopefully. So Namor the Submariner for a colorless and 2 blue, flying. Namor's power is equal to the number of merfolk you control. So we've got a merfolk potential tribal deck that he could fit into. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols in its mana cost, create that many 1/1 blue mana. So this is going to be for primarily mono blue players. I think that will go very, very well. Then we got Bruce Banner here, World War Hulk. We got Baron Helmet Zemo for 3 black mana. It's a 3/3 whenever you cast a black spell from your hand. Baron Zemo connives, and then he's got Boast. Exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana costs. Copy those exiled spells. You may cast them up to cast up to 3 of those copies without paying their mana costs. That's kind of insane, and would encourage you to cast big spells with that. Like, for example, that would work really, really well with Behold the Sinister Six, which is a very expensive card, but also if you were able to cast it twice, and that would take up a lot of the mana required for this exile, I think that could be actually insane. Thunderbolt's Conspiracy for 3 colors and a black flash. Whenever a villain you control dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner control with a finality counter. That creature is a hero in addition to its other types. Again, so if you're creating a villain deck, that would be very good. If you're creating a hero and villain deck, that could be really good. Doom Reign Supreme, so a colorless and a black. This is a plan enchantment. Whenever a villain you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. Put a plan counter on this enchantment. Whenever the 5th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, target opponent exiles the top 5 cards of the library. You may cast up to 2 spells from among the exiled cards without paying their mana cost. That is very strong. Again, if this lasts on the battlefield, and if you are making a villain deck, that would be perfect for it. We got The Thing, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and we learned that the Fantastic Four are going to have a commander deck. That's why they have the different symbol here. They are actually going to be interchangeable commanders. So you can play any of the 4 as your commander. And that is specifically, you see this 4 mana color in the here. It's going to be a 4 color commander deck. So we've got The Thing, which is standard 5/5 with trample, a big green monster. We got Mr. Fantastic, cost 2 colors of blue with vigilance and reach, it makes sense. Invisible Woman, Human Torch. I'm not going to go in too much detail on all of these, but I do feel like this commander deck is going to be one a lot of people are going to look to pick up if you are so interested. Then we got Super Scroll here for 3 black and a colorless, 4/5 with flying. Create a 0/4 wall creature token with Defender for 2 colors and a white. For 3 colors and a green, Super Scroll gets +4/+4 until end of turn. 4 colors and a red, it deals 4 damage to target creature. And 5 colors and a blue, target player draws 4 cards. So, very interesting card combination there, especially if you were playing a Warburg deck, but very interesting. Then we have, here's the Captain America. So it's 3 colorless and 2 white mana for a 3/2 with first strike. Captain America enters with a shield counter on him. If he would be dealt damage or destroyed, remove a shield counter instead. As long as Captain America has a shield counter on him, you and other heroes you control have hexproof. So if you're running a heroes deck, that could be very good. I think that's the same card. Yeah, it's the same one as up here. This is going to be the better art for that one, the comic art there. The Sentry Golden Guardian. So for 3 colors and a white, flying, vigilance, and indestructible 5/5. When the Sentry enters, target opponent creates the Void, a legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and the Void attacks each combat if able. That is a big risk, big reward. Now, if you have ways to capitalize on the opponents having that creature, I think it could work out, but that's kind of insane, but thematically very fitting. We've got Quicksilver. So this is a 1/1 for 1 red mana. If Quicksilver Brash Blur is in your opening hand, you may begin it with him on the battlefield. He's got haste, and then he's got power up for 4 colors and a red. Put a +1/+1 counter on and double strike counter on Quicksilver. So yeah, you can activate each power up only once. Reduce the cost by his mana cost if he entered this turn. So if you cast him for a red mana, then you can do it for 4 colors. And we have Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Now, I do want to talk about this in a little bit. Lots of legendary creatures, obviously, in this set as well. So for colors, a green and a blue, You get a 2/2 whenever you draw your second card of each turn. Until end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's base power and toughness become 6/6, and they gain Trample. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So, not a bad card there, especially at the cost. If you're able to cast an artifact each turn, you're going to essentially yeah, this could be a really powerful commander, actually. So you can cast this on essentially turn 2, probably, and then you're just casting artifacts and making this a 6/6 with trample and trying to overrun the enemy, deal a bunch of commander damage right away. Could be interesting, definitely, especially with green blue. Blue, you're going to have a lot of artifacts with that as well. So, overall, again, lots of legendary creatures. I think that could be a problem in the long run, just because it does limit things. Not really in Commander, it's not really a big deal. And this is another set that feels very much Commander favored. But because of that, it'll be interesting to see how they handle that and how they squeeze in non-legendary creatures in this set, because I think that's going to be the hardest thing for them. And one of the problems with Spider-Man was the fact that they had so many legendaries and it was disproportionate to the number of non-legendaries, and I think that is an issue when it comes to deck building, when it comes to all of that. Although, like I said, I do feel like we're gonna see the synergies with Spider-Man in the set become so close that you might see some, I'm going to tell you right now, you might see some Spider-Man cards rise in value because of the potential deck building that we'll see and the crossovers with this set. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll go over the entire Fantastic Four Commander deck once we have the full release of everything in it. But until then, I think I am going to end it there. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about any of these cards or this set at all? I know a lot of people are going to be upset about it. I'm not really thrilled that we are getting more Marvel, but for me, if they make the cards good, if they make some interesting commanders, I'll definitely check it out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like the video as always, comment, subscribe. Have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.